Hi Gemini, how are you? Athena here. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, please do subscribe. I would love to have you a part of this community. Now, this is going to be a weekly reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Gemini. We're going to look and see where your energy is this week, what the theme of the week is, what you're working towards, what is working against you, what's working for you, what obstacles you need to overcome, what to embrace within you, how you should be spending your time, energy, focus, and possible outcome words of encouragement for you. And when I was getting into your energy, I did see that you are like embarking on a love situation. You have a love situation going on. And the message I got was don't fix what's not broken. So I feel like you're looking at this new relationship or this relationship that you're working on or a past relationship, whatever the case may be, whatever romantic relationship it is that's on your mind. You're looking at the flaws, but it's like you're almost even like digging for it to find it. And so the message is just like, don't fix what's not broken. Just because it's imperfect or flawed doesn't mean it's not real love. Okay. So this is your current energy. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Magician. So your current energy is you allocating your money, resources, energy, efforts, time, creation, you name it, into your vision, your prophecy, your manifestation, whatever it is that you're creating. That's exactly where your focus is, which is interesting. I guess you don't really care so much about the love situation, but sometimes when you don't look for love, that is when love comes to you. And maybe you're just so focused on yourself that you're not even looking about love, and love is just going to come out of the nowhere. Now, this is the theme of the week, which is the High Priestess, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you will like intuitively know that there is this incoming offer coming in, whether it be a romantic offer, whether it be business related. There's some kind of offer that's coming in pretty quick. And you're quite aware of that, and it's coming in with passion and fast, but you're just really trying to decipher between your intuition and your ego. You're trying to figure out, okay, so is this am I blocking myself from receiving this offer and just kind of wanting to find the negativity in it, trying to find why this wouldn't be why this wouldn't be rational, why this wouldn't work out. Like I said, it could be a work, career, friendship, love offer, whatever it is. Or is this my intuition telling me that this is not good for me? So that's kind of your theme of the week, as you kind of maneuvering through that while you're manifesting gratefully. And this is your key goal and what you're working towards this week, which is the Lovers, the Empress, and the Seven of Swords. So because you are using your intuition to kind of guide you and navigate you through life, that tells me that you are working towards building a kind of life that is surrounded around genuine, authentic relationships that can fully embrace your nature, your nurturing and loving self. And that's really what you want at this point in time. You don't really want people to come in with empty offers. You don't want shady business. You don't want deceiving people. You don't want fake people. You don't want snake people around. Like, you are done with that, completely done with it. So you're working towards just being done with that cycle and manifesting people into your life that are going to be not wasting your time, is what I'm hearing, that are going to be very fruitful to you and just put you in a very great vibration. Not that you can't put yourself in that great vibration, but when you are surrounded by empowered people who are positive and uplifting, then of course it's going to propel you into sustaining that type of energy, right? And so that's just kind of like what you're working towards. So these are your fears, obstacles, breakthroughs, challenges you got to work through. The Page of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. So you got to work on letting go anxiety, worries, and just past hurt that's happened before. Emotional insecurity is what I'm hearing with the cups and the Nine of Swords. It's like the Seven of Swords, or the Page of Swords, I'm sorry. Because you're almost like, I feel like this is your ego speaking to you. I feel like your ego is kind of I mean, your ego serves the purpose of trying to protect you, Gemini. So your ego is kind of saying like, no, this is not this person's not coming forward with integrity. This person's not coming forward with genuine intentions. This person's not coming forward with true love. You know, it's like, remember all the hurt and the pain that other people have caused us, and it kind of keeps you trapped in a loophole feedback of just going back and back and back to the same thing. And what they're wanting me to tell you is like, how do you discern between your ego and your intuition? So your ego will have you living in the future, which is anxiety, but this can happen, but that can happen, and all the scenarios can happen. And it can also live in the past. So it's telling you, but all that hurt that happened, and all that hurt that happened, and all these things that happened to us. However, your intuition is in the present moment. In the your intuition in the present moment just feels, just knows, just intuitively is guided and feels at peace and comfortable with moving forward with the decision. So I hope that helped with that struggle, with that breakthrough there. But what is going for you, at least what you have accomplished, I saw the Knight of Cups when I was going into your reading. The Judgment, the Temperance, and the Knight of Cups. What you do have going for you is that you are able to create harmonious relationships. You are able to create very romantic love offers, because you're a great manifester, especially when it comes to love, whether that be that people are just attracted to you naturally, or that you are manifesting your partner. Doesn't matter. That is a heavy influence working with you. That is the energy, the wave that is propelling you into the love relationship that wants to come in, or that you're working on, or that you're inquiring about, or whatever it may be. Okay, so what is going against you? We have the Five of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Devil. So what's going against you is that sometimes you can either be engaging in self-talk, whether it be self-talk or with others. You just kind of engage in a way that that is just toxic and addictive, and doesn't really solve the situation. It's just more conflict based. So you tend to kind of stay in a conflict way of being, rather than being in a solution kind of way of being. And this is when it comes to love. You know, like, you can have arguments upon arguments upon arguments on just one topic within your love relationship, which is, to me, that would be draining. But you know, I've seen people do this, and I'm just like, I can't do that. I don't know. No judgment here. I'm just seeing, like, you know, that's just coming up in the cards, and that's kind of what's going against you. So kind of try to avoid that. Be cautious of that. And remember that you actually have Judgment and Temperance on your side working with you. So you are able to create harmony. You are able to create resurrection and rebirth from the conflict that it is that you are picking and nitpicking at the flaws. Okay, that's just your ego. That's just your ego finding something to fight about. Okay, so just maybe have a little discernment of whether that's your ego and your intuition, and whether it's worth fighting about and spending all the time and energy fighting about that flaw. So this is what to embrace within yourself. We have the Star, the Two of Wands, and the Hermit. Okay. So no matter how things work out for you, no matter how much your ego is telling you this isn't going to work out, you still have pretty good faith in choosing the right path. You still know that you're going to follow your intuition and you'll be able to discern through that no matter what, because you are a person who, um, regardless of how much time you spend bickering and arguing about this and how much energy and time is spilled into that, you're still someone who does want to know the silver lining of why things happen, right? Of you want to get to the bottom of it. You want to know, okay, but like, so even though you may be spending quite a deal of time in the conflict, you also eventually get to the solution. Okay, so just because you spend a lot of time here doesn't mean you don't get here. You do. It's just you just tend to kind of say too much here. You kind of tend to like um, even look for things to like get it back into this action. However, that's kind of telling me that this is kind of like the behavior you gotta kind of have to stay away from. It's not just about finding something and being in conflict all the time. You know, you can reach a point where you're just in harmony, and you know that because you have that within yourself, right? You can reach harmony and you can sustain that as well. It doesn't always have to be just about finding flaws and finding the next thing to fight about, okay? Maybe even if that's entertaining to you. I don't know. So this is where to spend your time, energy, and resources and find support is the Four of Swords, the Moon, and the World. Yeah. So you are naturally an intuitive person. You are able to intuitively and psychically know, okay, now it's time to meditate. Now it's time to solve the problem. Okay, now I went too far, and now it's time to step back and uh, switch over to the solution than just being on the fighting aspect. You know that. So that's actually what the divine is wanting to tell you, that just don't spend too much on the conflict, and you know that this is right for you. You know when it's time to give it a rest and just be the bigger person. Okay, be the bigger person and just don't try to find more conflict. Don't try to find more fights to pick about. Just being yourself. And so now we're going to look into the future outcome, advice, encouragement. So we have the 10 of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. You're more than capable of having this divine relationship with people, divine unions in which you are able to trust each other, honor each other, and not just find something to fight about. And this is something that you are able to create because it's just, as a magician, you're able to create this without a problem. However, it is taking a slow movement for you to get to this point. And this could be because maybe when you grow up, you saw that people would just in your vicinity would just like fight, 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 and then eventually would come to a solution, and then fight, 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 and then come to a solution. And so maybe this is just like a programming that's wired into you, is what I'm getting. And so you realize that within yourself, when your ego is tricking you into going back into that mode, but you also listen to your intuition and know that, okay, well, you know what, it actually feels better and more harmonious and healthy and vibrant and full of vitality when we're all on the same page and nobody's emotions are being trampled over. So it's just taking you a little bit of time to get there, but you're getting there. So it's like you're learning like emotional intelligence, and you're moving past like being emotionally stunted, which I feel like it just like it was just the learned behavior from the people that you grew up with, or whatever it may be that it came from. However, I do see you moving forward and moving away from that kind of energy and focusing more on a solution based, uh, where everybody's honoring each other, and there's just more peace and harmony involved. All right, Gemini, if you did find this helpful, please do share and please do subscribe. I love to have you a part of this community, and I'll see you next week.